Coming up, we welcome TAE and The Neighborly to the stage.
When I'm playing it, I try to remind people to trust their gut and follow their dreams and be who they are and embrace that.
Funding for Studio 3 Live is provided by
Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino, where employees from over 20 countries speak over 20 languages, is committed to enriching the lives of all Iowans by funding strong communities and diverse cultural organizations. Learn more at prairiemeadows.com.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.
Good evening and welcome to Studio 3 Live. I'm your host, Mickey Davis. Tonight, we're joined on stage by TAE and The Neighborly. Led by TAE's captivating vocal delivery, the neighbors turned friends turned collaborators create soul pop music with a message to inspire social change and advocate for self-love. The Wisconsin-based band has toured the country and performed on stages including the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. and the Rhythm and Roots Festival in Rhode Island. Please help me welcome to the stage, TAE and The Neighborly.
Once asked, does anyone in this time even try to make things brighter? As the years have passed, so have the ways we've tried to lift our neighbors. Where did the love go? Where did the talk end? We need some help to make this better again. Is there a day where we all will speak? I know that with a care we can be. Will we all be there? Will we be better? Oh, it's better to start now than never. Can we right now so the rest can see that if we love, that if I love, that if you love, we can be. What was I doing all of that time? Seems like a dream. You'd think I'd know right. I had to leave everything that I've known, make myself alone just to hear my own voice. Hear my own voice. When did I make that choice to lose it? I've been a fool, setting in flames, convincing myself, oh, that's what it takes to be worthy, just to occupy space. Thought I was earning by keeping you stay, by keeping you stay. What does that even mean when I'm burning? and now I'm burning.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Once again, we're TAE The Neighborly, and we're so happy to be here.
Thank you all so much for being here. Can you first tell me kind of how this group came together and how you all formed the band?
I feel like it happened very organically. I feel like I've known Andy the longest, and I actually started working with him purely out of recommendation from someone, and turns out he's the best drummer I know. Yeah, big ego on this guy. Will was also of recommendation of some of our favorite players that we really look up to, and so he has been the latest addition of the band. And then Daniel came through via Andy. He moved to Madison, which he's no longer in Madison, but from Nashville.
I moved to Madison after I think it was 2021 I moved to Nashville. Before that I was living in Nashville, playing country music, living the life of the hired gun down there. And it might not shock everyone to learn that it wasn't a great time to be playing music in 2020 and 2021. And I had to get out of there, and I've known Andy forever. And when it came up that I was going to move back up to Wisconsin, Andy said, I got this new project. I think I heard half of 1 second of one demo. I was like, yeah, I'm in the band. Where's the rehearsal? I'm going right now.
Yeah,
I'm driving there immediately.
Like, 2 seconds of your organ soloing over the tunes, and I'm like, where have you been?
You can leave and still have love for the one you couldn't keep. I know I have my regrets, and I know you've counted yours. I'd rather honor what we had than keep on keeping score. I hope you can look past the letdown and give us both a break. I hope among all the takeaways you took some for yourself to save. I know I couldn't keep you, but I wanna keep you in a good light. I know I couldn't keep you, but I wanna keep you in a good light. I know I couldn't keep you, but I wanna keep you in a good light.
Where do you most often draw inspiration for your songwriting?
I feel like oftentimes it's where I learn my greatest lessons, or when there's great amount of change in my life, or just a lot of introspection takes place to really refine a thought. That is kind of the beginning of my writing process, and I have to really be inspired to analyze my true thought, about it, and then it keeps rolling.
I hear in your lyrics both, like you said, like some introspection and thinking about moments that might have happened to you, but sometimes I also hear like almost like an existential look at society, right? Like how we
For
can
sure.
be better in society or better neighbors, or what our role is. How do you feel music can help play a role in changing society or influencing society?
I feel like music has this way of sticking to us. It's a way that we learn and a way that we can understand one another, as opposed to like listening to a speech that someone at a podium talks through. Music just has a way of catching everybody. I feel like it's just a way to communicate in a different wavelength.
I know we're all learning how to ask for help. Sometimes we need someone to pull us out of hell. You're not a circus monkey throwing on a show. Scott ain't walking free from a thought that wants to choke. Quiet like a creek and the stairs so loud. You're running laps around that empty house. Dead bird on the doorstep doesn't mean a thing. You were never doomed until you choose to think.
You've performed on a number of different stages recently, some big festival appearances. Since this group has formed, what have been some of the highlights for you as a band in some of the performances you've had?
There's been a lot of haunted green rooms. That's been fun.
Yeah, I look forward to those.
Yeah. I think something that happens a lot, that people who know about these places know about them, and it's, of course, these places are great. But if you don't know, you don't know. It feels like there's a lot of towns out there that have the one place that pulls in real music, and there's always someone at the juicy center of it who knows what's up and pulls them in. And every time you play at a place like that, a lot of times it can be as unorganized as a house show, where it's like someone who has a house who just knows the community. It's a text they send out that's, come on down, we're having a band. The shows are always so much fun because there's just like an urgency of the audience. They're like, oh, we want to see this. We're not just here to clock out and schmooze. We want to see these people play. And those are the kind of shows that fill the cup every time.
Yeah, I feel like the variety of all of the shows is kind of our favorite part. You know, anything from house shows to theater shows to festival shows. Like, we need that variety for one to complement the next. And we also just love, we love the surprises of the road.
There's surprises on the road? I didn't know that.
The deer, haunts,
Yeah.
haunting things, scary people, nice people.
The good and bad of being on the road, right?
Yeah, all of it.
Clouds are slowly turning, they're making way for the sun to shine on me. Just when I got used to the gray, I feel a new age coming. Just when I got used to the same old same. Oh, let it rain on me. If I'm being honest, you should know I've been feeling kind of lost. Oh, ain't that food for thought? 'Cause it's funny how I stand still, I carry on with my same old days until I get to feeling this way. I promise I won't call this another rainy day. I'm calling for some kind of falling in place. It's all about falling for until I find myself under the thumb of the next to come. I'll keep going around again until I find a new dance to move ahead. Oh, but I'll start with this. I promise I won't call this another rainy day. I'm calling for some kind of falling in place. It's all about falling for what that means. The best part about today is that it rains. Always 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 that it rains.
Are there any of the songs that you're playing tonight that have kind of a personal narrative or personal story that you want to share?
I'll talk about Thrift Shop Pogo Stick. That one I wrote for my dad, and there were a few years in there where we were not really on speaking terms, and we just weren't really in each other's lives. I feel like our personalities are very much the same, but also extremely different, and so it just created this, because I think we're both kind of extremists in some ways, or at least there was a time where we both were. And I feel like between politics and values and, I don't know, a lot of stuff got in the way. And one day I called him up and I was like, hey, how are you doing? Like, do you want to build a relationship again and figure this out? And shortly after, it was, I believe, Father's Day or his birthday, I can't remember in this moment, but I had wrote this song of, you know, just all of these reflections of memories and just growing up and all the things that we did together, and then in the chorus kind of taking it back to like somewhere along the line, you know, I grew up and things changed and it became not so fun, but let's work on that and get back to that. Let's get back to having good times.
We've got another new one for you, and I think this is our current favorite to play. This is called Thrift Shop Pogo Stick.
Shouting rugs at soda cans. Pay up your $50. Little toy guns shooting rubber bands. subscribe to being bothered by the ways we have grown apart. I'm laying out my heart. I wanna try. I'm hopping on that thrift shop pogo stick. You're working on the car, picking your cigarettes out of the garden for a king-sized candy bar. Cliff climbing over the lake, a snake in the rocks. It's not my fault, the curb was in the way. You let me drive a couple blocks. There is nothing quite like the love of a father. I no longer subscribe to being bothered by the ways we have grown apart. I'm taking down my guard. I wanna try. I wanna try. I wanna try. I wanna try.
This next one is called The Man I See, and this is on our album, our debut album, Self-Help, which we've got some records with us today, if you're interested in that kind of thing.
Just come back and rest your head. Shed your body of its armor. You'll have the rest to run the races. Tomorrow comes as will the next day. You take the world's redemption into your hands. You've made us all a little stronger. You practice kindness that we tend to forget. And you're as stubborn as my father. Just come back and rest your bones. I hope you know you have a home in me. My chest is yours for your head to lay. As you float far into all your dreams, Just come home and take your coat off. Slip off those shoes and put some coats on. The blanket's strong and it's calling for you to rest your brain beside me. It's okay to suspend your thoughts. It's okay to turn a cheek from the clouds, as we need some time to reflect after all that you've been. Life can be as we dream. I hope you know you have a friend in me. While your eyes see beyond within reach, I hope you see the man I see. Life can be as we dream. I hope you know you have a friend in me. While your eyes see beyond within reach, I hope you see the man I see. I hope you see the man I see.
Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind your song, Self-Help?
Yeah, so that's the title track of our album. That one came out of a place where I it's strange. I felt something take over me as I was writing it. And I was like, I'm not really sure what I'm writing about. And sometimes in that process, you just have to see it through to the end to understand what you meant. Like it might have been something subconscious or something. And usually I don't write like this. Usually I'm extremely coherent and precise and, all of the above in that category. But this song ended up being something that I needed to write. And it was written about how, we should really trust our gut to follow our dreams and, follow the thread of what feels good to us, because all of us are different. We all have different pleasures and preferences, and we're also very moldable by society and the peers around us. There are expectations and opinions coming from the people around us of where they think we should be, what they think we should do. Them sharing their opinions isn't always, it should be taken with a grain of salt. And they shouldn't be ever molding. And I've really learned to trust my gut over the years of, repeating, not doing that and then repeating, trusting exactly that. You know, when I'm playing it, I try to remind people to trust their gut and follow their dreams and be who they are and embrace that.
You don't need to ask permission from anybody but yourself. A little guidance of self-help goes a long way. Your mind's for you to make.
Give it up for Will DeBlay, everybody.
Oh, you are deserving of the best. Restrictionless happiness. There's a refuge inside of your head. As long as you accept. Oh, don't be so ashamed to find direction. Oh, where they say not to go. Maybe home has not been mentioned. That's okay. It's yours for you to follow.
Give it up for Mr. Daniel Penguin on the double piece tonight.
Pay as much attention as you please to others, answering your questions, but no, yours is all that you need. You have all that you'll ever need. You're more capable, oh, than you'll ever see. You have all look into yourself for a little self-help.
TAE The Neighborly, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being part of Studio 3 Live.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Is this what love is like? Has it been portrayed in the truthful ways all this time? Have I got it right from what you've had to say? Done and explained and brought to light. Have I been misled by the word? Though I'm losing my concern. Are these feelings being felt? Who are you to tell what love is? Are we holding hands like them to show we're more than friends for time? Or does something less mean this isn't quite what love is? Who are you to tell? Who are you to tell? As this feeling is being felt. Oh, have I been misled by the word? Though I'm losing my concern. As this feeling's being felt, who are you to tell what love is? What love is? What love is? Thank you so much for listening to us. Once again, we're TAE The Neighborly. We hope to catch you next time.
Studio 3 Live is also available as a podcast. Get it wherever you get your podcasts. Funding for Studio 3 Live is provided by
Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino, where employees from over 20 countries speak over 20 languages, is committed to enriching the lives of all Iowans by funding strong communities and diverse cultural organizations. Learn more at prairiemeadows.com.
Funding for this program was provided by Friends, the Iowa PBS Foundation, as well as generations of families and friends who feel passionate about the programs they watch on Iowa PBS.